Hello guys, I'm back. Let's discuss now the sequel, Deadpool 2, just to prove you guys I want to go see it. Boom. Now with this time, we have a different director. It is now directed by David Leitch, replacing Tim Miller, who Ryan Reynolds and Tim Miller had creative differences. David Leitch is the co-director, co-producer of John Wick 1 and John Wick 2. Yeah, and it stars Ryan Reynolds, Josh Brolin, Miranda Baccarin, Zazie Beetz, and Brianna Hildebrand. And yeah, let's just start off very fast and start off with the story. And yeah, Deadpool acknowledges this is a family story. This is how Deadpool and Cable came to be. But this time, Cable pretty much wants to kill a kid named Russell who did something in his future and went in time just to went into the past just to kill the kid and pretty much just prevent the outcome of the future. And then with that, we get what happens into the movie. And yeah, this is the part where Deadpool finally becomes friends with Cable, and we'll get to him in a bit because there's a lot of funny things that I want to say about it. And the story gets a plus on that. Reason number 2, Deadpool, played by Ryan Reynolds. Come on, there's no way I can sum this up. We get to see Ryan Reynolds become Deadpool in the first movie, and he was outstanding. And here he's much more outstanding, but in this one he's a bit darker. But it's because something big happens to him in the movie that pretty much just motivates him to do better, and well, kind of. But when Cable comes into play, that's when Deadpool, finds a way to at least acknowledges Cable to, be a part. But let's just say Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool is once again played very well by Ryan Reynolds, and I plus on that. Josh Brolin as Cable, from Thanos in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to being Cable, Nathaniel Summers. I was a little quiet on this one because I was looking forward to seeing Stephen Lang or Pierce Brosnan as Cable, but it gets acknowledged in that part, and yeah, I'll get to that later on. But did Josh Brolin manage to do a better job as Cable? Yes, I absolutely dig his role, and yeah, I did like what Deadpool at least gives the puns of calling Cable out One-Eyed Willie, Thanos, and also calling him a DC character from the DC Universe, Jonah Hex. And yeah, I gotta give credit to Josh Brolin. He was fit for the role, even though Deadpool acknowledges him that, man, you'll look a lot taller in the comics, and he just call him, shut up, you little asshole. And yeah, even though he's 5'10", even though I'm 5'9", he's this tall, and then Ryan Reynolds is pretty much up here. But at least they give him some Ugg boots, not some Ugg boots, some lugs in order for him to look a little taller. But to me, Josh Brolin was fit for the role, and he owns the role. And I gotta say, Josh Brolin does a fantastic job as Cable. Zazie Beetz as Domino. Everybody was a little pissed off and mad that Domino was not portrayed by a white actress, and with that, all I did was just wait it out. I want to see how her performance is on Deadpool. And I gotta say, Zazie Beetz shuts everybody up, and she does an absolute fantastic job. She does have a few funny lines though, but her power, luck, absolutely carried the movie, and how the way she fought in the movie, and how the punch she pretty much just drops to Deadpool, and while Deadpool talks back to him. Luck is not very cinematic, but to me, I thought her powers were absolutely cool, and it was cinematic at first. And I gotta say, Zazie Beetz really shut everybody up, and I thought she does a fantastic job as Domino, and I'll give a plus on that. And I'm looking forward to seeing what she does next in the X-Force movie. And speaking about the X-Force, all I can say is this: for the time being, the X-Force members, Zed guys, played by Bill Skarsgård, for the time being, he does great. I would have loved to see a Pennywise pun. Bedlam, played by Terry Crews, I liked him for the time being. Shatterstar, Louis Tan, sorry about that, Louis Tan. For the time being, good. Also, Rob Delaney as Peter. I actually liked Peter more than the other X-Force members, even though I like Domino a lot, and Peter was absolutely a cool new member for the X-Force. There's another member to the Vanisher, but I can't explain who the Vanisher is, but let's just say it's a funny cameo and a really good way to, what he does in the movie. But to me, the X-Force, they did it on purpose, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. The X-Force, I'll give it a plus. Because I know these are the first members of the X-Force, but I know in the upcoming movie there's going to be more members. The X-Men, for the ones that came out. Negasonic Teenage Warhead, played by Brianna Hildebrand. Loved her, loved the hair, I really did. And she was gorgeous in the movie. Even though there is a bit of a plot twist too. Brianna Hildebrand as Negasonic Teenage Warhead, good. Colossus, played by Stefan Kapkic. I think that's if I pronounced her name right. Also does great. Even though I can't believe Deadpool just forced him to say the F word. Please, Colossus, say fuck. Fuck. Thank you. Love that. And then Shoili Kutsana playing Yukio. Hi Wade, bye Wade. Oh my god. I loved her. She was great. And for those who don't know who Yukio is, she did appear in X-Men, not X-Men, the Wolverine movie, but that was a different actress, even though she went to the Arrowverse as Katana. But this Yukio, I thought she was absolutely great. I love the hi Wade, bye Wade. Oh my god, I loved her so much. That voice of hers, man, is just great. And Russell slash Fire Fist, played by Julian Dennison. Some people didn't like him. I thought the kid was cool, even though we get to see what he does in the movie. And yeah, I thought his performance was great. And I'll give credit to that. And yeah, X-Men, for the time being, is us. And then there's also an X-Men pun in this movie that you're not going to expect, but I was absolutely happy that it shows that Ryan Reynolds says, where the fuck are the X-Men? You'll see who gets revealed and who shows up. That's all I got to say. As for the rest of the supporting cast, Vanessa, played by Morena Baccarin, for the time being, she does great. And that's all I got to say. Blind Al, also great for the time being, but she does show up mostly often in the movie, more and more often. Dopinder, man, him having much more of a bigger role in this one, I thought he was absolutely great, being part of the X-Force and also being on Wade's side and also being Wade's driver. Yeah. And also the most controversial of them all, T.J. Miller as Weasel. I thought he was great, but since the controversy that he's been going through right now, I don't know what's next for him, because he just rised up to fame and then later on just completely just goes down. But to me, it's sad that we're going to see TJ Miller one last time here after what he did in the past. I can't acknowledge that, but all I can say is I can't say much, but I'm going to have to edit this one out. TJ Miller just does a great job for Weasel. And it gets a plus on the supporting cast. As for the action, it's a lot more bigger and better. The very beginning of the movie, it does start off with the action, and I liked it. And I thought it was cool, and what Deadpool did after years later, after he was like, you know, him getting paid, being a paid mercenary to take down drug lords and bad guys all around, and instead of sparing the life, he just outright kills them and just ruins them. And yeah, I thought that was cool, and I thought the action was amazing, especially the fight between Wade Wilson and Cable on Batman. I love that. I love that. And then also the second fight between Deadpool and Cable at the truck sequence was cool. The biggest reveal of them all in that fighting sequence was absolutely fantastic and unexpected. I don't even know who it was, but another X-Men shows up in this movie, and that X-Men is the villain of the movie, and I'm not going to say who this X-Men is. Let's just say you will not see it coming, but he's big enough for you to know. Kind of a dumb pun. But anyways, yeah, I thought the action sequences were absolutely amazing and a lot more better than Deadpool 1, and I'll give it that. As for the jokes, some jokes landed and some jokes kind of, even though there was a few moments that I kind of like lagged on. I was like, okay, get on with the next, get on with the next. But to me, my favorite joke of them all would have to be Deadpool telling Cable a few words to each other, calling him One-Eyed Willie, like suck it up Thanos, calling him a lot of Marvel puns and DC puns. And yeah, I thought the jokes were a lot more hilarious in this movie, and especially between Deadpool and Weasel, the jokes were completely hilarious from the first movie, but here Deadpool at least delivers some of his own hilarious jokes. And yeah, I gotta give credit to that. And I'll give an epilogue here, and then also something due to the reshoots. The main villain of the movie was technically going to be Black Tom Cassidy. He does show up in the movie, but he only has kind of like a minor role in the movie, even though I think we might not be seeing him the last time, because Black Tom Cassidy is a vampire, and maybe he might be the next villain on the X-Force movie, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing that, because the future of Deadpool, well, now I think this is going to set up the X-Force cinematic universe, and I'm looking forward to that. And I don't know much about the X-Force, but all I know is that the leader of the team, I think it's not Domino, but I think it's Cable, and a few other X-Force members, and who knows if X-23 and the other kid, I forgot his name, who lead the X-Force. I'm actually looking forward to that, and maybe who knows if Ryan Reynolds will appear as Deadpool, but in a different version of his costume, and I'm actually looking forward to that. Yeah, is this movie worth watching? Yes, I thought the movie is worth watching, and yeah, I definitely love it, especially the post-credit scene, and I forgot to put that in my jokes. The post-credit scene was the best I have ever seen in my entire life. Much more better than the MCU kind. All I can say, it's going to keep you laughing, and it's going to keep you guys scratching your heads like, what? And then there's not really an after credit scene, but let's just say it's a song about a character that shows up, and it's kind of a hilarious choir in my kind of ways. But anyways, that ends the review. I'm really stuck on this because some of the jokes did kind of land, and some of them didn't, kind of like dragged on. I have no negative of this movie because I did like many aspects of the movies. I say that the movie has improved in some aspects, in the action and also in a few on the jokes, and then also an unexpected villain. Even though this movie kind of lacked a villain, but we get to see Cable pretty much being the villain, but momentarily until another villain shows up at the very end. I thought the movie, to me, I want to give it a 10 out of 10, but I'm going to have to give it a 9. A 9 out of 10. The reason why is that the lack of jokes, and a few moments, the lack of jokes, and then also I would have loved to see Black Tom Cassidy do have a bigger role in this movie, but we do get to see him, which was good that they didn't cut him out, but maybe in another installment, maybe in the X-Force, he might have a huge role, because Black Tom Cassidy has a companion that's in this movie that will pretty much go against the X-Force, and I'm actually looking forward to that. But anyways, guys, that's it for my review. I don't know when I'm going to be doing my Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite review. I'm sorry, guys, that I've been giving you lack of uploads and lack of everything. I've been busy. I've been looking for newer opportunities. There was been a family situation going on that we were going through after I came back from my trip from California. But I'm going back again to my niece's graduation, and yeah, and I think by the time I come back, I will release my Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite review, because who knows if they're going to release more content for Season 2 characters for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I love the game, but I just wish that the game has much better aspects. But to me, that's another video that I want to do for another day. Sorry, guys, for the lack of uploads. I hope my Deadpool reviews is good for you guys, and I hope this guy keeps continuing on, because right now the movie has made $500 million after its second week at the box office, and I'm looking forward to seeing more. Ryan Reynolds, stay as Deadpool, be as Deadpool at the end of the line, man. Please do that. And same thing with you, Hugh Jackman. I want to see you in more movies as the X-Men. See you guys next time. Nerd of the 90s out.